Hi everybody, it is Joy Packard. It is a Tuesday evening and I have been having so much fun using my new selfie ring. And so I wanted to try it out tonight, still experimenting with the light. And I had my awesome daughter, we'll let her, you say hi to her later on. And we'll let you say hi to her. She basically helped me put it together. So anyway, I wanted to come on here. I wanted to say a quick hi and tell you a little bit about what's been on my mind and a couple of things. This is a random video because I am just kind of testing out this light. I'll show you this ring in a little bit, but anyway, a few things. Number one, I have been working on my Amazon course and it's so exciting. I finally have like all the outlines kind of completed and I'm just working on finishing the content and everything. So it's really exciting because the more that I do it, the more that I have some new things that I wanted to share with you. And so there's so many different ways to make money with Amazon. We will, basically cover different ways, but we'll have a simplified method basically. And for those of you who have not been on the website, it is called simplesonseller.com and we'll put the link into the chat later on. So hi Lisa, I was just thinking about you the other day because I'm actually getting my knee worked on tomorrow and I thought about you. And it was an awesome session that you had with me. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you as far as, I have some, usually I have a topic and I'm kind of just going on the fly because I'm so excited about this new stuff that we're working on. So the other day, that's enough about the Amazon course. Basically, if you haven't gotten on the early notification list, you should. So it's very exciting. It will have some, hi Joan, how you doing? It's good to see you on here. So those of you who are not on there, just a little summary of what it's going to be. It's basically going to be a simplified way for you to get started on Amazon. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible that even somebody like my mom can get on there and basically get on basically show them how to get on Amazon, how to take your products, how to sign up. There's sometimes it's even as confusing because there's so many different websites that are out there as far as with Amazon and you get kind of confused as to what. So we're going to make it as simple as possible from A to Z on how to get started with Amazon. Basically, here's how you start. It's going to be a 3-minute video. Do this action step, move to the next one, move to the next one. And that's how that's going to be. And I'm so excited about it. And, I know a lot of you are kind of waiting on our self-development stuff, but I decided to finish this part off so that we can be done with that part because that's what I kind of started. So I'm very excited about that. I've been kind of, in between everything, we've had a lot of different things. Yes, Mike, it's a beginner course to start with, but what we're going to do is we're going to have a little section that basically down the road, for those of you who are more advanced, such as yourself, there'll be different things all the different things that I've ever learned. So my video keeps freezing. That's weird. Maybe you're in a bit. Yeah. So Simplezon Seller, SIMPLEZONSELLER.com. We'll put the link in the thing. Thanks, Lisa, for asking. But Mike, is what I was talking about though is like eventually it will basically be the only thing that I mostly will probably put out because I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but it's going to be everything that I know that basically starts, somebody who can start from scratch. And then it will have a resource tab that will basically have a way, online arbitrage for those of you who knows these terms, and then it can go into private label all the way to selling mugs. So I don't know how in depth I'm going to be about all that right now, but for now it will just be basically trying to help people because I have so many people ask me, what do you do and how do you do it? And so instead of trying to explain it all the time, that's how this came to be. And so it will be everything that I know, and believe me, I'm sure there's so many of you out there who know way more than I do, and that's great. But this is basically coming from what I know and what I've experienced. So that's where that will be. So I had a conversation with my daughter. First of all, I told you I would show you my selfie ring light, okay? So this is help me put it. Isn't that so cool? It's so big. So that I have been playing with that all day, and my daughter's been actually helping me. We're trying to work with that a little bit, but it's so fun because it just helps you know, your videos, no matter whether it's night or day. And here it is 9:30 p.m. at night, and we're just testing it out. So anyway, before I let you go, because we don't want to make this video so long, but I wanted to share with you something that I was talking with my daughter the other day as I was bringing her back to Baytown, Texas, and she lives in Vidor, and we had this conversation because it was a frustrating day. It was a day of like waking up and basically going from waking up in the morning to rushing throughout the day, and it was little frustrations over and over again. And so looks like it's in the 80s. Yeah. So anyway, I thought about that, you know, what her and I were talking about, and like, oh, you know, this, I want to go into too much detail about what it was because it'll take a long time to explain, but basically it was just frustration after frustration after frustration. And what was kind of cool about it was we decided, you know what, there's nothing more that we can do. So we can just enjoy our time together, basically. And so once we started changing our attitude about that and started thinking, you know, now that we can't really do anything about this, then let's just enjoy the rest of our trip. And we, you know, like I say, I go, you know, that's so true, because a lot of times things happen and then we talk about it all day and we think about, man, you know, this is so frustrating, and, you know, we talk about it instead of just letting it be gone and then moving on with our day into something else. And so that was something that one of my daughters and I talked about for about 30 or 40 minutes, that conversation. And then, you know, overall, after everything was said and done, we just became happier, because when we start dwelling on things, you know, talking about, oh, you know, it could have been this way, it could have been better, and then there was nothing else we can do about it. Once we put that to the side and then we started talking about, you know what, let's just move on, let's get that done, and let's tackle the next task. And I think that is so important in everything that we do. It's important in business, it's important in our relationships, it's important when we're raising our kids, it's important whenever we have anything, you know, because whenever we have things that are kind of hard in our life, you know, it's a stress. I'll give you another good example. My knee. And I talk about my knee all the time. Why? Because it's just on my mind. It's painful and everything like that. And, you know, I look back and I say, man, you know, if I would have just worn my shoes that day or not gone up for a volleyball spike or whatever, then this wouldn't have happened. But you know what? It happened. And now that it's happened, I basically have taken it for the next, you know, the last 8 or 9 weeks that this injury has happened. And I've learned a lot from it. I've learned, you know, I've let my kids serve me. I'm not able to do a lot of the different things that I normally do. So then I have to basically, you want to say a quick hi on my video?
No, because I look gross.
That's my oldest daughter. Say hi.
Hi.
That's the oldest of 8 kids. Mom of 4.
Go to bed.
Good night. And so basically on that thought, I just think it's so, I thought to myself, you know, that's something that I would love to share with my Facebook friends, because it's something that we continually can get past if we would just stop dwelling on things that we can't change. And I was talking about my knee issue, and, you know, it is a very frustrating thing, and I can talk about it, you know, and I can talk about it, and I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face about, you know, I should have done this and I should have done that. And then once I've decided that, okay, it is what it is, and there's nothing more that I can really do about it except go day to day and trying to get past it. And so thanks, Lisa. She is a very beautiful girl. She's actually a makeup artist, and so you should see her when she's really made up. She's awesome. I think that once we get past it, whatever it is that we're going through that we dwell on and we just think, oh, you know, I wish I could have done this, wish I could have done that. Once we get past that and we just move on to the next step, it's amazing how it just makes our whole body, like our energy level. So yes, I do need to do that, Lisa. And so I think that I just really love that thought. And I think that it can help a lot of you guys, you know, that where maybe some of you are dwelling on something like, oh, you know, a regret. I guess it kind of goes with maybe even with regret, maybe, oh, I shouldn't have spent this much money on this, or I shouldn't have done this, or shouldn't have done that. And so once we get past the, I shouldn't have done that or done this, and now we can focus on, I should do this. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of how the lessons that I've learned over the last 8 or 9 weeks, that this has happened to me, because many of you know that I'm a very active person, or I try to be active. And so this is really kind of, been a huge trial for me. And so, anyway, those are the 3 things I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with you my new ring light, making our videos for our course, and just in general, videos like this for you guys, and a little bit about the Amazon course that is in the makings and has been slow coming because of just so many different things. And I'm not going to go into all the excuses, but I'm real excited about it. And then thirdly, what we just talked about, and that is to just, when things happen, don't worry about it so much and dwell on it. Rather, just keep going and realize, tackle that task and go to the next one. Anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock and here in Texas, and it's been an awesome day, and I'm exhausted now, and I actually have a few hours or so to maybe work on some things for myself. But I wanted to say a quick hello to you, show you this awesome ring light, and talk to you about all these different thoughts. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day, evening, night, wherever you guys are in the world. And I thank you always for joining me on these. And for those of you who have not joined me on my business page, it's facebook.com/Joy Packard Mompreneur. So we're kind of trying to build up upon that and put a lot of those ideas over there. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and those who just come on, we're ending, so you can just listen to the recording. So take care. Have a great night.